Hey, what's up guys? This is Fobo speaking, and for today's episode of the weekly Q&A, I don't have a specific question because you guys keep asking me about my gear, so I figured I will do another episode about my gear and elaborate a little bit on that, because I also keep getting messages about my gear and what to wear and all of that good stuff and what my stats are. And I hope this video makes you happy and answers all of your questions, so let's get to it. As you can see, a few items have changed, but definitely not all of them, so let's get to the weapon first, because this is the major change in my equipment. I use a two-handed crossbow as of now, and it isn't the best crossbow you can think of, and it's most definitely not the best crossbow available on the market or anything like that, but its item level is 63 and it has quite some decent stats and a decent DPS in my opinion. Dexterity and vitality on the weapon is really nice and I'm quite satisfied with this weapon, so if you can get your hands on something like that, I would really recommend doing so. Okay, what else has changed? I use this quiver as of now, and I was really satisfied that I was able to find a quiver like that, because when I first equipped this item, I received a HP buff for like 7k or something like that. My HP is at the moment at 61,000, and compared to my other quiver, it also has more dexterity because I decided to go with an emerald in the slot, and also I have more maximum discipline on this quiver, and yeah, it is item level 62, and also I'm really satisfied with this quiver, and yeah, it is a really good addition to my gear. So if you can get your hands on a quiver like that, go ahead. What else has changed? I think this ring is also new compared to the other video that I did a few weeks ago. I think the other ring that I had in this slot was the ring I had with the increased attack speed, and as you guys know, attack speed got nerfed, and I've seen this nerf coming for a long time. Seriously, increased attack speed was just ridiculous. It was so obvious that Blizzard was going to nerf this sooner or later. So when I realized that this nerf was coming, I was searching for items with more critical hit damage increase. So when I was able to get my hands on this one with really high dexterity and increased critical hit damage, and with a slot to add even more dexterity, I was quite frankly really lucky, I guess. So I'm also really satisfied with this ring, at least with my choice and my possibility that I got this ring for a really cheap price. I guess it was like 350,000 gold or something. That's really cheap for a ring like that. I guess it was when the nerf was implemented that critical hit damage increased items really skyrocketed on the auction house, whether it was the real money auction house or the gold base auction house. These items got really expensive really fast, so I was lucky that I got my hands on this one for a really cheap price. Okay, what else has changed? I guess my gloves are also new compared to the old one. This one has a really high dexterity count, also a lot of vitality, physical resistance is also really nice, and also critical hit damage increased 27%. So these gloves are really nice, at least in my opinion. And I know you guys keep asking or keep saying that I shouldn't emphasize that in my opinion, but you have to view it from my perspective. If I stop saying in my opinion, if you guys will figure, oh, I guess what he says is the only way to do it, or his guides must be the standard or something like that. No, it isn't. It really isn't. It's just my opinion. It's how I get through Inferno. That's something I really want to emphasize. So I hope you guys don't mind, because, well, it's just my opinion. I want to emphasize it. I know I repeat myself and I keep rambling about my opinions or anything like that, but, well, that's just how it is. I really hope you don't mind that much. So, what changed as well? The shoulders are still the same, armor is still the same, belt is still the same, the other ring is also still the same. My wrists have changed, if I remember that correctly. They're quite decent, just item level 58, but they have critical hit chance increased by 3%. Quite some vitality and quite some dexterity. I am satisfied with them as of now. I didn't find anything better yet, but I'd like to replace them sometime, so we'll see if I'm able to do that in the near future or not. But I guess I will do so in the next 2 weeks or something like that. I really have to go farming again because my gold is really low as well. Just 100k. That's really low. Okay, what else has changed? My amulet is still the same. I just replaced the amethyst with an emerald because I got too much vitality at some point. I was at like 70,000 HP or something like that, and that was too much. I figured 60,000 is, to me, 60,000 if you have a decent armor rating is like the cap for Act 4 Inferno. At least that's what I experienced so far. 60,000 is actually, that's the number I would try to achieve if you want to go for this tank, demon hunter kind of playstyle. Although I have to admit my playstyle isn't that tanky. I don't have any life on hit items or anything like that. I am just able to take a lot of hits. So, don't know if you can refer to tank demon hunter concerning that, but, well, that's just how I roll, I guess. The helmet is still the same, and I guess that's about it. So, if you want to see my stats, you can look that up here. Critical hit damage 221%. Attacks per second 126. My resistances, nothing out of the ordinary, really much. So, there you have it. Boots are still the same, pants are still the same. At least I think they are still the same. Pardon me if they have changed and I didn't realize that. But, well, that's my gear. So if you have any additional questions now, just leave them in the comment section below and I will try to get to them as fast as possible. But I hope this video answers all of your questions concerning my gear. And I hope I see you guys next time. Have a good one, and I will see you guys sometime soon. Goodbye.